Rick and Morty, written by David Cryan. Teaser, fade in. Exterior, space flea market, morning. Rick and Morty are walking through a scummy-looking flea market. They walk by tents selling dangerous-looking weapons, what look like illegal drugs, and stuff labeled radioactive.
Gee, I don't know, Rick. What are we doing here? This place seems kind of sketchy.
Relax, Morty. If you just mind your own business and don't touch anything, you'll be fine.
Morty sees a massive blob-like alien take a massive bite and swallow an identical blob-like alien whole.
Jesus, did that guy just eat that other guy?
I don't know. Yes!
Rick spots Bob, an alien tentacle monster with 7 extra tentacles.
Bob!
Bob takes off running and Rick chases after him. Morty struggles to keep up.
Bob, you son of a bitch, get back here!
The chase destroys multiple tents as it progresses.
Sorry, really sorry.
Rick catches Bob and tackles him to the ground.
Thought you could get away, huh?
Rick takes some unique handcuffs with enough cuffs for every tentacle out of his pocket and cuffs Bob.
Hey man, I didn't do it. I was framed.
Tell it to the judge.
But that's who they're saying I killed.
Tough luck.
Rick helps Bob stand up.
Rick, what are you doing?
I'm just doing a little light bounty hunter work for a friend.
Hey man, if you let me go, I can make it worth your while.
Well, what are you gonna do? Not kill us?
No.
Not interested, pal.
No, I know where you can find some chromosome infinity.
Wait, seriously?
Check my back pocket.
Rick pulls a scanning device that looks like a cell phone out of Bob's pocket and turns it on to examine it.
Holy shit! You got yourself a deal!
Rick removes Bob's cuffs.
Now, get out of here!
Bob runs off. Rick shows the scanning device to Morty.
Morty, chromosome infinity. You know what this means?
No.
It means we're gonna be rich!
End of teaser. Act 1, exterior, space. A little later, Rick's spaceship is flying towards a strange-looking purple planet. Interior, Rick's spaceship continuous. Rick pilots the spaceship with Morty at his side.
I was worried about this.
Worried about what?
Well, it turns out the chromosome infinity is in the disputed zone.
What does that mean?
Well, this is one of the planets that the blue Bleckians and the Glurbons are fighting over.
Glurbons? Blue Bleckians?
Yeah. Opposing alien races that have had an on-again, off-again war for millions of years. I mean, they really hate each other. Think like Israel and Palestine, but times a million. Their war goes back as far as no one can even remember how it all started.
Wow, that sounds pretty bad.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you get 2 intelligent species in one solar system.
So now what?
Well, the 2 races currently have a peace treaty. But if anyone shows up on one of their disputed planets, they're going to assume it was the other and then get all territorial about it. And just start killing each other. They'd probably both come and get up our ass about it too.
Oh, well, you can't say we didn't try.
Oh, no. We're not giving up that easy. We can't portal in because they detect it, but we can try to fly in onto their radar.
What does that mean?
Rick presses a button and a transparent screen comes up over the windshield, revealing the existence of security lasers surrounding the whole planet.
That means, hold on!
Exterior, space continuous. Rick's spaceship is put through a series of exciting acrobatics in order to avoid detection by the lasers.
Ah!
Interior, Jerry and Beth's bedroom, morning. Jerry is sleeping alone in bed. His phone alarm goes off. It reads 10 a.m. He wakes up and turns it off. Angle on Jerry's day planner, which reads, job interview today.
Okay, Jerry, you can do this. The job is as good as yours.
Interior, master bathroom, moments later. Jerry brushes his teeth while wearing headphones. Through the headphones, the voice of a self-help guru can be heard.
You are in control of your destiny. You have the power to change your life. You will not be pushed around. Say it back with me.
I will not be pushed around.
Exterior, front of Smith house, a few minutes later. Jerry, now dressed in a suit, walks out the front door of his house. Jerry sees his neighbor, Fred, walk up and take Jerry's newspaper from his front walkway.
Hey, Fred, you're the one who's been stealing my paper?
Yeah.
Well, give it back and stop doing it.
No.
No? What do you mean, no?
I mean, I'm not going to give it back or stop taking it.
But I caught you.
So,
stop taking my paper.
nope. Early bird gets the worm.
But I paid for it.
Who even does that anymore?
I do.
So, what's your plan here? Are you going to fight me for it? You gonna call the cops?
Well, no, but
Okay, great. I gotta run. Have a good one.
yeah, you too.
Fred walks away.
What's wrong with me?
Exterior, fast food drive-thru, a half hour later. Jerry's car pulls up a drive-thru window. The fast food clerk hands Jerry a bag.
Here you go, sir. Breakfast burrito deluxe. That'll be $4.95.
No, I didn't order this. I just wanted a coffee.
No, sir. It says here you ordered a breakfast burrito deluxe.
No, there's been some kind of mistake.
$4.95, sir.
Jerry sighs and pays him.
Please drive through.
Jerry drives away. Interior, Jerry's car a few minutes later. Jerry takes a bite out of his breakfast burrito deluxe and then spits it out in disgust. He then rolls down his window and throws it out. Jerry then pushes a button on his phone, which is plugged into his car stereo. The self-help guru comes on over the car stereo.
The universe is yours to mold. Your outlook creates your future.
My outlook creates my future.
There was a loud pop. Jerry swerves to the side of the road and stops the car. He opens his window and pokes his head out to find his back left tire flat.
You've got to be kidding me.
Exterior, side of the road a few minutes later. Jerry attempts to remove his flat tire unsuccessfully. Jerry's phone vibrates and he pulls it out of his pocket. It's an alarm telling him his interview is in 15 minutes. He gives up and throws the tire iron down. He puts his headphones in and starts sprinting down the road. He hears the self-help guru through his headphones.
Anything you desire is attainable.
Interior, office building, half an hour later. Jerry, now out of breath, sweating, and dirty, hurries into the office towards the receptionist.
Hi, I'm Jerry Smith, here for an interview.
Oh, running a little late, are you?
Well, just a little.
I'm sorry, but it's our policy not to allow anyone late to interview.
But my car...
I'm sorry, that's final. Have a good day.
You too.
Jerry hangs his head in shame as he leaves. Exterior, office building, seconds later. Just as Jerry walks outside, it begins to rain. Exterior, disputed zone planet, first forested area, afternoon. Rick's spaceship lands in a forested area next to a green river. Rick and Morty exit the ship.
So, what is this chromosome infinity stuff anyway?
Rick takes out a scanning device and starts walking towards the green river, followed by Morty.
It's essentially the purest form of DNA in all organic life. It'd basically allow me to play God. I could give any living thing the attributes of any other living thing. With it, I could make a flying, super intelligent gorilla, or whatever else I feel like.
Wow, so I guess you could use that to cure diseases and stuff, like cancer.
I guess. But talk about a lack of imagination, Morty. Here I am telling you about a flying, super intelligent gorilla, and the first thing you think of is curing cancer. That's disappointing.
Rick and Morty arrive at the green river. Rick examines his scanner.
Holy shit! This whole river is chromosome infinity.
Rick leans over and gets a vial full of the river substance. Then the scanner starts beeping. He takes a quick look at it.
Oh, damn. There are two massive ships converging on our position. Hide!
Rick and Morty run off and hide in the forest. Exterior, disputed zone planet, field, continuous. Two massive alien dreadnoughts approach. Each is the size of a cruise ship, and they look nearly identical. One is blue, and the other is orange. The blue one has Blue Bleckian written on the side with massive letters. The orange one has Glearbon written on the side in massive letters. They each come in for a landing. The blue ship lands first. Then, as the orange ship comes in for a landing, it scratches some of the paint off the blue one by approaching it too close. Then Bleckar, leader of the Blue Bleckians, emerges from the blue ship wearing a leader sash. A Blue Bleckian looks human, but is green, has 3 arms, 2.5 legs, and an odd number of eyes. Then Gary, the Glearbon leader, emerges from the orange ship wearing a leader sash. A Glearbon looks like a purple ape with an even number of noses and extra ears.
Hey, you scratched my ship, you Glearbon jerk! Only because you don't know how to park, you Blue-Bleckian idiot!
What are you even doing here? We have a treaty, you butthead!
No, what are you doing here?
You're the one who broke the treaty, fart face! No, it was you guys!
Exterior, disputed zone planet, forested area, continuous. Rick and Morty are hiding in the forest, not far off from the Bleckar and Gary, who can be seen in the background.
Why do they talk like that?
I don't know. For whatever reason, neither of their species have evolved past the level of a 3rd grader in the insult department.
That's pretty weird, Rick.
Exterior, disputed zone planet, field, continuous. Back with Gary and Bleckar.
I'm gonna kill you and your entire species 5 or 7 different ways.
Not before I bomb your species back, you cold-aged!
Exterior, disputed zone planet, forested area, continuous. Back with Rick and Morty.
Ah, perfect. They don't know we're here. So we'll slip out while they're so busy killing each other.
Doesn't that seem wrong, Rick? I mean, this wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for us.
Don't go all high road on me there, Morty. These guys are always going to find an excuse to kill each other. They'll make this harder than it has to be.
No, Rick. This isn't right. I'm putting a stop to it.
Exterior, disputed zone planet, field, continuous. Morty, followed by an annoyed Rick, walks towards Gary and Bleckar.
Stop! It was us! We set off the alarms. Neither of you did anything wrong.
But he scratched my ship, and I just had her detailed.
That was your fault.
Oh, I'll kill you, you
Whoa,
jerk!
whoa, 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 whoa! Calm down. I'm sure there's somewhere we can go and work this out peacefully.
Maybe in hell, you three-armed jerkwad.
Or maybe we could just negotiate here.
Here? On the spot where his people massacred over 80,000 of mine?
Or maybe on that moon.
You mean where his people slaughtered 117,602 of my people, including my father?
That was provoked, jerk!
Like hell it was, asswipe. Okay, I get it. Nowhere around here. What if you used my house? Nobody's killed anybody there.
That could work.
Yeah, fine. You're still a jerk, though.
I hope you know what you're doing, Morty.
Interior, Smith house front foyer, late afternoon. A soaking wet and depressed-looking Jerry enters the house. Beth and Summer approach him.
I found pot in Summer's room.
You're overreacting. This is not a big deal.
This means a lot coming from a pothead.
I am not a pothead.
Well, you're definitely not going to Sarah's cottage.
What? That is so unfair, Dad!
Yeah, Jerry, what do you have to say about this?
Jerry is catatonic in his depression.
I don't know.
Great. Just check out as a parent when I need you most. Thanks a lot.
Interior, Smith house living room, continuous. Jerry sits on the couch as a portal opens in the wall. Rick, Morty, Gary, Bleckar, a Blubleckian general, a Blubleckian diplomat, a Gilbron general, and a Glirbon diplomat emerge from the portal.
Right this way.
Jerry jumps up, looking annoyed.
What the hell is this?
Just a little get-together, Dad.
Rick walks toward the kitchen. He returns almost immediately with a beer and sits on the couch. Morty leads the aliens to the dining room.
No, you're a jerk.
I'll kill you.
No, you don't have the glurbs.
That's it. I want every last alien out of my house.
See what you did?
Me?
A little help, Rick?
You want them to leave? You sure about that, Jerry? Because if Morty here can't help them reach a peace deal now, that means that everyone you send away will die in their incredibly pointless war. It means their children and their children's children will never know anything but meaningless violence and death.
Rick opens his beer, takes a sip, turns on the TV, and puts his feet up.
Well, what do I care? It's your house. Totally up to you.
Okay, they can stay.
That's what I thought.
Interior, Smith house dining room, a little later. Morty is sitting at the center of the dinner table with all the Glirbons on his left and all the Blubleckians on his right.
I refuse to agree to the things he wants.
Well, I refuse too.
Come on, guys. This isn't going to work if you can't compromise on anything.
Summer and Beth can be heard arguing in the kitchen.
Mom, you are being completely unfair. You have to let me go to Sarah's cottage.
Summer, I found pot in your room. You're lucky your punishment's not worse.
I think the younger one is right. She's merely going through a rite of passage.
No, the older one is right. Authority must be respected.
Ah, crap. You jerks.
Interior, Smith house dining room, 3 hours later. Chiron reads 3 hours later. Morty and the aliens haven't moved. A cloud of smoke fills the room. Half the aliens are smoking, several coffee mugs are filled with cigarette butts.
So you guys can all agree to that.
If they can stay away from our stuff and not kill any of us, yeah.
Yeah, if they can refrain from murder, so can we, because we're better than you.
No, aren't tightwad.
Hey, just relax, guys. Do we have a deal or not?
The terms are acceptable. I will bring them to our people.
As will we.
Well, you see, guys, that wasn't so bad, was it? I thought that was going to be much harder. Rick?
Rick walks in and uses his portal gun to open a pair of portals behind each group of aliens.
Thank you, Morty. This would not have been possible without your help.
Who would have ever guessed all we needed was an impartial mediator? Thank you. You may have saved many lives today.
Well, that's good.
Goodbye.
Farewell.
See you.
All the aliens leave except for the Glirbon generals and the Blubleckian general. They both pull out ray guns and point them at Rick and Morty.
Sorry, Morty, but there's just too much profit to be made in endless war.
The Glirbon general leaves the room and then returns, having rounded up Jerry, Beth, and Summer at gunpoint.
The two of you will find a way to disrupt the peace process or your family will be killed.
What a day.
The Blubleckian general takes out his own portal gun. He creates a portal and then takes the Glirbon general, Jerry, Beth, and Summer with him through it. The portal closes.
You see what happens when you try to help people, Morty.
End of Act 1. Act 2, Interior, Smith House dining room, continuous. Rick and Morty are still standing in the dining room.
Oh my God, Rick! Oh man, what are we going to do here?
Relax, Morty. let's just see where they've been taken.
Rick walks towards the garage, followed by Morty. Interior, Smith House garage, continuous. Rick and Morty enter. Rick sits behind his computer and turns it on.
What do you mean? You can find them.
I keep track of my idiots, Morty.
But how?
I put microscopic intergalactic trackers onto your food. They attach themselves to your stomach lining. Now, does that mean anything to you, Morty?
Well, no.
Well then, I might as well have told you it was magic. Because it doesn't make any difference to you. Just trust that I know what I'm doing, and learn when to shut the hell up.
But Rick...
What did I just say? God damn it.
What?
They're holding them in a private military base, in the disputed zone.
What does that mean?
It means that we can't just portal in because they detected it and quickly kill us.
So what do we do?
Well, we could just call up Bleckar and tell him that Gary was planning a surprise attack because he's such a jerk.
But that would destroy the peace.
Well, duh. Kind of the point, Marty.
No, Rick, there's gotta be another way.
Morty, they have our family. That is the moral equivalent of the universe giving you a free pass. So let's just call them and get this over with.
Rick takes his phone out and begins dialing. Morty knocks it out of his hands.
No, we can't do that. How can we put their lives above those of millions?
Well, it's easy. You see, you just call Bleckar.
No, we're not doing that.
Do you have any idea how big a pain in my ass you are? Fine, we'll do it your way. Don't listen to the genius because Morty has a plan. Well, let's hear it.
Well, I guess we should go talk to Bleckar and Gary.
Oh yeah,
We can explain the situation.
is that right?
And we ask them to help us.
Oh really? Great plan, Morty.
Better than yours.
You keep telling yourself that. And I'll be waiting to tell you I told you so when I pulled your ass out of the fire.
Interior, private military base holding room a few minutes later. Jerry, Beth, and Summer are tied up in chairs in a dark room.
Great. Now we're going to die.
We're not going to die.
Well, of course we're going to die.
Well, not today.
Well, that remains to be seen.
Do you really want to win this argument? Do you want to die?
Well, no.
Will you two stop it? If we don't figure something out, we might die.
I'm sorry, does the pothead have any
You
suggestions?
can't even let that go now.
We may be hostages, but I am still your mother.
Oh, for the love of God, you two!
A glimmer on guard can be heard on the other side of the door.
Hey, shut up in there!
Hey, if you don't get what you want, you're not really gonna kill us, are you?
Yeah, you're just bluffing, right? I mean, we have nothing to do with any of this.
No, we'd kill you.
Shoot.
Exterior, Blue Bleckian home planet, a little later. A Blue Bleckian peace parade is ongoing. There's a float with a Glurbon and Blue Bleckian shaking hands. Everyone is wearing Morty-themed clothing. A portal opens, Rick and Morty come through it.
You just want to destroy all this, huh, Rick?
I don't want to. It's just easier.
So you just don't care about anything, huh?
That's right. I don't know if you've noticed, but it's kind of my thing.
Rick and Morty see Bleckar on a nearby parade float.
Bleckar! Bleckar!
Morty! Stop the parade!
The parade stops and everyone looks at Morty.
Clear a
The
path!
crowd parts to form a clear path between Morty and Bleckar. Rick and Morty join Bleckar on his float.
Blecks and blobs, may I present the one responsible for our peace agreement, Morty
The
Smith!
crowd erupts in applause.
Say a few words, Morty.
Bleckar hands Morty a microphone.
Well, I'm really glad you guys have peace. And that you stopped killing each other and stuff.
The crowd goes crazy.
They really love you, Morty.
Yeah, that's great. Can I talk to you?
Yeah, of course.
Well, you see, some Glurbons and Blue Bleckians have teamed up and tried to stop the peace treaty. Also, they can make some money off of it somehow, and they kidnapped my family to try to get me to help them. So I need your help.
Blue Bleckians teaming up with Glurbons? That must be a lie. What are you trying to pull? Did the Glurbons set this whole thing up? Is this all an elaborate trap?
No, I was trying to help you. I'm still trying to help you.
I should have known all along. Why would they agree to on a border that let us keep Glurbonia?
I don't know, but this isn't a trap.
Blue Bleckians, prepare for war!
Menacing music begins to play as everyone in the crowd takes out a ray gun.
Ah, crap.
Seize them!
Two of Bleckar's guards draw weapons on Rick and Morty.
Well, Morty, I'd hate to say I told you so, but that'd be a lie.
Yeah, I get it, Rick.
I mean, who could have possibly seen this plan not working?
Yeah.
So, in the future, just remember, I'm always right.
Do you really think this is the best time for gloating?
Fine. I'm just gonna move real slow. I want to show you something.
Rick lifts up his shirt to reveal 2 lava lamps and a clock radio taped to his stomach.
What is that?
It's your worst nightmare, pal. This is top-of-the-line Earth explosives. If I detonate it, it has enough energy to make the nearest star go supernova, killing you, me, every single Bleckian, every single Glurbon.
How?
You really want to annoy me by making me explain it? Or would you rather take my word that you shouldn't fuck with me?
You're bluffing.
Is that how you want to play this? Are you seriously interested in finding out how little I give a shit?
Rick and Bleckar stare each other down for a tense moment.
Okay, have it your way.
Rick starts pressing buttons on his clock radio.
Oh, wait! What do you want us to do?
That's more like it. Now get Gary on the phone.
Interior private military base holding room. A few minutes later, Jerry, Beth, and Summer are still tied up.
If something happens to me and you guys make it out, I need to know you're going to be okay.
Will you knock it off with the pity party? We're all getting out of here.
But how?
My dad will figure something out.
It's your dad's fault we're in here in the first place.
So he'll get us out. But in the meantime, you've got to keep your eyes open for a way out of here. If we see an opening, we should take it.
Mom, we're tied up. What kind of an opening are we supposed to get?
I don't know. Just stay alert, as hard as that may be for you.
Ugh.
What's the point? If we see an opening, I'll just find a way to screw it up for us. Maybe I should just stay back so you two can get away.
No, we're all getting out of here. Jerry, I know you've been in a funk, but I need you to snap out of it. Our lives depend on it.
Exterior space an hour later. Rick's spaceship is followed by several massive blue Bleckian and Glurbon ships. Interior, Rick's spaceship continuous. Rick and Morty are sitting in the ship. Rick holds his radio.
You see how much easier that was than negotiating them to death? It took like 5 minutes, and now I call the shots.
You got this through threat of death.
Whatever. I still call it efficiency. So, you guys know what to do.
On your signal, we open fire on those jerks.
Morty grabs the radio off Rick.
You only pretend to open fire. No one has to actually get hurt.
Rick snatches the radio back.
Yeah, whatever. Just start now.
Is that the signal?
Yes!
Exterior space continuous. The Glurbon and blue Bleckian ships go into combat with each other. They each fire shots that miss. Interior private military base holding room. A few minutes later, Jerry, Beth, and Summer are still tied up. The door opens and a blue Bleckian named Lorne enters.
Time to kill us already?
No. Some of us here do not agree with the General's tactics. Taking innocents hostage, the whole making money off endless war thing. I really only stayed for the health insurance.
And what are you going to do about it?
I think they're going to kill you, so I'll try to get you out of here.
Thank you.
How do we know this isn't a trap?
You don't, but if you stay here, they'll probably almost definitely kill you.
They hear someone approaching. Lorne runs over and puts a knife in Jerry's restrained hands.
You should be able to free yourselves with this. They may be an opening to escape soon. You should take it.
Lorne leaves the room.
Come on, you can get us out of here, Dad.
I don't know if I can.
You have to.
Interior, Rick's spaceship. A few minutes later, Rick and Morty are still on the ship. Rick gets a video call on his phone.
About time.
Rick answers the call. It's the Glurbon general on the other end.
It looks like you did what we asked.
That's right. Now, can we get this over with? I got places to be.
Fine. Come to these coordinates to pick up your baggage.
The Glurbon general ends the call and some numbers flash up on his phone.
Now, just to be clear, there's a really good chance that they're going to find out that this is a fake war and try to kill us.
There's no other way, Rick.
So you keep saying, Morty.
Exterior private military base landing pad. A few minutes later, Rick's spaceship comes in for a landing. Rick and Morty get out and are greeted by a blue Bleckian guard who waves them ahead. An automated voice can be heard over the PA.
The blue zone is for hostage pickup and drop-off only. No parking in the blue zone.
Over the guard's radio, the Glurbon general can be heard.
The fighting is a ruse. Barely anyone is even dying. Seize them and execute the hostages.
Ah, crap.
Stop right there.
I have a bomb.
Rick lifts up his shirt to reveal the lava lamps and clock radio.
That's not a bomb.
You're right. But this is a gun.
Rick pulls out a ray gun and shoots the guard. The whole base goes on high alert. Sirens are blaring.
He wasn't armed. Oh well.
Jesus, Rick, what are we gonna do?
Don't worry, Morty. I planned for this.
Rick pulls a syringe out of his coat pocket.
Just take this and everything will be fine.
Rick injects Morty with the syringe.
I feel weird.
That'd be the chromosome infinity temporarily altering your DNA.
So what did you do to me? Super strength, the ability to fly? Both?
Nope. I made it possible for you to grow about 300 or 400 feet taller. So yeah, Just keep these assholes busy while I save everyone and do all the work.
Oh man.
Morty grows 300 feet taller. This sheds most of his clothes off except for his underwear and the top of his shirt collar.
Oh, yeah. Now, a good thing he wears relaxed-fitting underwear.
Rick takes off running into the base. Hundreds of Glurbon and Blue Bleckian troops approach Morty. They open fire on him. It looks like something out of a Godzilla movie.
You want a piece of me?
Morty steps on a tank and swats an enemy aircraft out of the sky with ease. Interior private military base holding room continuous. Jerry, Beth, and Summer are still tied up. Jerry has almost cut himself free of his restraints. There's a loud explosion in the distance.
Hurry up, Jerry.
I'm going as fast as I can.
Well, that needs to be faster.
You're not helping.
Jerry cuts himself free and goes to look out the door, which is open just a crack.
Jerry, now would be a good time to cut us free.
Hold on. I heard something.
Orders came down. Time to execute the prisoners.
Jerry's POV. Jerry sees the Glurbon guard with a holstered ray gun within his reach. Interior private military base holding room continuous.
I might be able to get his gun.
So do it.
Yeah, you've got this, Dad.
Jerry shakes with fear.
I don't think I can do this.
If there were ever a time to grow a pair, it would be now. You can do this.
Jerry takes a deep breath. He takes his headphones out of his pocket and goes to put them on. He then decides no and throws them aside. He opens the door, quickly grabs the ray gun, and shoots the guard. He then sees a second Glurbon guard coming down the hallway and quickly shoots him too.
I did it. I can't believe I did it.
Yes, and we're both very proud of you, but can we celebrate another time?
Interior private military base hallway. A few minutes later, Jerry, Beth, and Summer are running down the hall. At the end of the hall, they see Blurn looking out a door and waving them over.
There's a way over here.
Rick bursts in through the door and shoots Blurn in the stomach. Grandpa Rick! He was a good guy!
Yeah, sure he was. It's called Stockholm Syndrome. Look it up.
Jerry, Beth, and Summer reach Rick and the gravely injured Blurn at the end of the hall. Jerry, Beth, and Summer stop to address Blurn.
Thank you for saving our lives.
Any chance you could return the favor?
No, there's no time. We gotta go.
We're sorry.
We'll never forget you.
Rick pushes Beth and Summer through the door while Jerry lingers.
I just wanted to say...
Rick runs back and shoves Jerry through the door.
We don't have time for you to have a moment. Let's move.
What a bunch of jerks.
Blurn dies. Exterior private military base landing pad a few moments later. Rick, Jerry, Beth, and Summer run outside towards Rick's spaceship. They all get in. Interior Rick's spaceship continuous.
Where's Morty?
As Rick's ship takes off, Morty can be seen behind the nearest building. He's still standing 300 feet tall and causing destruction. Dozens of Blue Bleckian and Glurbon soldiers are shooting at him.
That's really annoying.
Morty stomps his foot down, crushing 6 of them.
What did you do?
I saved your sorry asses.
He's not going to stay this way, is he?
Nah, it's only temporary.
Rick flies his spaceship up to Morty's neck. He hand cranks his window down and grabs what's left of Morty's shredded shirt collar.
Come on. Any second now.
As Morty shrinks down to his normal size, Rick yanks him into the ship by his shirt collar. Rick then flies the ship off and turns on his radio.
Hey, Bleckar, Gary, you two tired of fake fighting?
Yes.
Absolutely. Can we kill each other for real now?
No, but the two of you can bomb the crap out of these coordinates.
Exterior private military base. A few minutes later, the Glurbon and Blue Bleckian ships bomb the hell out of the private military base. Interior Rick's spaceship continuous. Rick, Morty, Jerry, Beth, and Summer are still sitting in the ship.
We did it.
Yeah, so are you going to stop threatening to bomb us now?
No. I think I'll leave the bomb somewhere in your solar system as a warning. Either of you decides to break the peace treaty, and you'll all have a lot fewer problems. Let's just put it that way.
You jerk.
You son of a...
Rick turns off the radio.
I thought the bomb was fake, Rick.
There's Morty. But I just ensured peace. It's called mutually assured destruction. And it works way better than your dumb treaties any day.
So it was all a bluff? How did you do that?
It's called confidence, Jerry. Maybe you should try it sometime.
That's not fair, Grandpa.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Jerry, we never would have made it out there.
Whatever. So, Morty, after all that talk about peace, you probably ended up killing more people than anyone today.
But that was because of you, and what I did was in self-defense.
Sure, Morty. Tell yourself whatever you have to so you can sleep at night.
And back to Tag, interior office building. A few days later, Jerry confidently approaches the receptionist he talked to earlier.
Hey, the other day you said I couldn't interview because I was late. Well, my car had a blown tire, so I demand a second chance.
Well, of course. Had you said that at the time, we would have let you interview, but I'm afraid the position has been filled.
Oh. Well, keep my resume on file.
Okay.
Jerry walks away. Then a super intelligent gorilla named Greg, who wears a suit, walks up to the receptionist.
What was that about?
Just some weirdo, Greg.
The receptionist takes Jerry's resume out of a drawer and feeds it into a shredder. Interior, Glurbon home planet, Gary's home a week later. Gary is sitting behind a desk doing paperwork when the Glurbon diplomat walks in.
We've searched everywhere and we're confident that there is no device in our solar system with enough energy to do what he claimed.
Good. Do the blue Blackians know yet?
No. We don't think so.
So we could wipe out all those green jerks with one surprise attack?
Well, maybe in theory, but...
No. We have to take the chance before they can learn the truth. Thank you, Rick and Morty, for finally giving us a chance to end this war once and for all.
Gary starts laughing maniacally. Fade out.